Oh my goodness. Your story is not supposed to look like the next person's story. Your vision, your purpose, what God put you on this earth for, and don't mind to shake your phone because I'm in the car driving, but your story was not meant to look like everybody else's story. Like what you going through, what you're overcoming, what you're faced with. Somebody else may not have to deal with that, but they have things of their own that they have to conquer and go through, and really it's for you to keep growing and keep elevating. I was just sitting here thinking to myself, and I was thinking about how, like, I don't remember the process of gaining the weight that I had, but I remember how it made me feel. I remember how I felt getting dressed, taking pictures, going out in public. Like, it's completely different. And never did I think that I would have to work out and like keep up my metabolism and stuff like that. Because when you young, when you in high school and you this big, like how I used to be, you really pretty much eat what you want to eat. And if you didn't get the proper education for health and stuff like that, you working out and keeping up and eating right, that's out the window, because your metabolism like that. So you eat 3 cheeseburgers from McDonald's and some hot fries and you good. Well, when you get up in age and when you start having children and you think about all the processed stuff we eat and all the medications we take and all these things that they have us do, I gotta hold this phone, it's shaking so bad, it don't make no sense. All the stuff that they have us take, of course, that's going to have negative effects on the body. Now, I never thought like, okay, I'm finna be a gym rat and I'm finna have to go to the gym and lose all this weight. I didn't know how it was gonna happen. I didn't know if I didn't have a plan. I don't know what it was. I think one day I just kind of was like, I want to just get in shape. Like, I just want to do something for myself that makes me feel good. And it's not like I can't do it, because I was a cheerleader, for God's sakes. And I did weightlifting, flag football. So I did all types of like trainings and workouts and stuff like that. So it's like, it's not like it's foreign, you know. So I was like, let me just see. Y'all, when I tell you, like literally my workout is just a combination of things that I saw and that I remember doing like in school, or like with different workouts and stuff, or sometimes I see stuff online. I don't really do too much that I see online, because like they be doing extra stuff, and when I work out, I don't be having a name for the workout. I just know how to do it, I remember how to do it, and I just do it. So when I started, I was just like, man, I'm gonna just keep doing this every day. I'm gonna just keep making myself wake up early. I'm gonna just keep doing the same thing every single day. And little did I know, I was creating a habit that could be used in different areas of my life. And so I realized, like, once the time started passing, like, I really didn't even realize, once I got to 3 months, it was like, oh yeah, this is a part of my routine. Like, if I don't work out, something's wrong. Like, I'm sick, so like something wrong, the kids is sick, or they gotta go to the hospital, something, because I had made it a part of my routine. Like the same way we make a part of our routine to get up and like pick our phones up, or some people, like, they have a routine where they wake up and make themselves coffee and stuff like that. Like, I was just like, you know what, let me do something for me, because I know that if I keep doing this, it's gonna be a difference. Like, it's gonna be a change. All the stuff I've been through in my life so far has shown me that if I keep at something, it's gonna be a return. And so I was just like, you know what, let me just keep going. And that's what I did. Now, I didn't have a goal weight to get to. I kind of wanted to be around 150, 160, because I think I was like 150-ish after I had my first daughter. And I don't really remember how much I weighed in high school. Probably like, I probably was 130, 150, something like that. So I just wanted to kind of get back somewhat in shape. Like, I wasn't finna, I didn't have no plan to like be a muscle head, or have this crazy workout and all this pre-workout stuff I gotta take. Like, no, I have workout in the mornings, and then I do monitor what I eat during the day. And for the most part, us women, I don't know what's wrong with us, we only eat once a day. And to me, that's perfect, because if I eat one good meal a day, oh, I'm great, I feel good. I might have me a little snack later on, but like, I don't need I don't need a whole full breakfast, a whole full lunch, and a whole full dinner like I used to. And that, I think that helps too, because you got to give your body time to break down what you just ate. If you have you a big breakfast and then you go have you a big lunch, your body is trying to break all of that down. And let's say you're working or you're doing labor and you need all your strength, all your energy, you're not finna get no strength and energy from that cheeseburger and fries that you ate and the bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich that you had for breakfast. So hydrate. I guess you can kind of consider what I'm doing is like fast. I feel like I'm fasting every day, honestly, because I only eat once a day. And with fast, you eat, some people do like every 12 hours. Some people, depends. I'm not doing it for like spiritual reasons. I do it because like that's literally what we're supposed to do as Christians. And I don't go overboard with it. Like some people take it to the max and then like, listen, you fast. It's between you and God. If God said you need to work on your body, you need to love yourself, then do that. If you need to fast from soda, Jesus help me, I need to fast from soda, then you do that. But I'm at the store right now, and I was just like thinking to myself, like, so many people go through life and they go through situations, and because they went through that situation, they feel like they have insight, right? Like everybody that goes through something, we have insight on that situation, whether it's good or bad. But the thing that I've been harboring on lately is how some people do experience stuff and they take the negative out of that experience instead of the lesson out of the experience. Because when you go through something that's tough, that's hard, there's a lesson in it. But if you're so blinded at the situation, you won't even get the lesson. You'll just harbor on the negative. And so the other day I posted on my Facebook, I was like, be careful who you listen to and what advice you get from people, because people speak from where they are. If somebody is not healed, if somebody has gone through something traumatic and they didn't heal from that, and you're asking them for advice or they're giving you advice about something, they're giving you jaded advice because they didn't take the lesson. Had they took the lesson, they can give you wise advice on how not to make the same mistakes. But some people speak from a jaded point of view, and they don't even have a positive view of anything regarding that subject or regarding the situation because they didn't learn from it. So for me, it's like when I'm giving advice, I'm not going to speak on anything that I haven't been through. And if I haven't been through it yet and I'm seeking wisdom or knowledge for it, I have to be careful who I seek it from and who is giving me information. Like some people, people, they just give you their opinion without you even asking. Hey, okay, that's fine. But in other cases, it's like, okay, thank you for your opinion. I see that you see errors here and there and you don't really feel comfortable with this decision that I may or may not make. But at the end of the day, this is my life and I appreciate your opinion, but I don't want to move or do anything in my life because you had a negative experience, because your experience with it may be different than my experience with it. So I just was like, you know what? And some people, like, they mean no harm, but because their mindset and because of how they think is so left, anything you mention, anything you say that triggers them about it is automatic no for them. They already telling you don't excuse me, don't do it, don't sign it, don't go there, don't do this and that. And it's like, because okay, let me break it down. Because as a parent, I completely understand that when we tell our kids stuff, we're telling them because we want to help them. We're telling them because of the mistakes we made. I'm not saying don't listen to advice or wisdom. I'm saying filter it. If you don't have discernment to know where somebody's coming from when they talking to you and when they're giving you advice or wisdom, you won't know the difference. Because as a parent, you tell your child something to protect them, to make sure they don't make the same mistakes you made. But the same thing with that, it's like, okay, your kid's gonna listen, but sometimes they're gonna go on and do what they want to do, and they're gonna have to learn the hard way. And sometimes that's how life is. Somebody might tell you, like, hey, don't do that. You go do it, and it goes exactly how that person said, right? But that's where you got to have discernment. Like, if you're listening, if you're grasping what they're saying with pureness and really looking to see, like, okay, is this person telling me this because they had it bad and they don't want nobody else to go through it, or they just telling me this because they just have a negative mindset? Like, you got to really evaluate and see where people come from, because sometimes people coming from a pure place and sometimes people just don't want to see you do good. So because they're scared that you might succeed at what they failed at, they don't want you to do it. Let me say that again. Some people will literally tell you something and give you advice about something because they failed at it, and they don't want you to succeed at it. Because if you succeed at it, that makes them look less than. That makes them feel less than because they couldn't do what you could do. But isn't that life? Don't we grow up and we do stuff and accomplish stuff that our parents never accomplished? And then when we grow up, when our children grow up, they're probably going to accomplish stuff that we never accomplished. Our parents accomplished stuff their parents didn't accomplish. Like, that's the way of life. And as you grow and learn, you pass on what you've learned through your family, through your generations. But you don't pass down trauma. You don't pass down negativity. You know, for me, I could really go deep into a situation that I got going on. But it's like, you know, you just got to have a discerning heart. And if you don't, you're going to be walking around here looking broke, busted, and disgusted because you're listening to somebody who's unhealed. They don't love themselves. They don't want to grow. They don't want change. And they don't see any wrong in their ways. I was thinking on the way here, I was like, you know what? You really don't know how you act. And sometimes people really don't know how they act until they have a mirror in their face. Sometimes I have situations where my kids, and they may do something, and I'm like, don't do that. And then I turn around and do it. And I'm like, oh, you know, that's how I felt, you know, when they did that. And I told them not to, but here I am doing it. It's the same thing. It's like sometimes people, they don't know how they're treating you. They don't know that what they're doing is not like of God or it's not of love. And sometimes it takes for them to go through something for them to see that how you're treating people is not okay. You know, and that doesn't mean that you take it into your hands and try to show them how they treating you. No, you still show love, respect, and you still be humble. But what I mean is, God will allow it to be where they have a mirror in their face. And when you got that mirror in your face, you can't do nothing but look right back. And when you look at that and you see yourself and you see how flawed and stuff, yeah, we all got issues. The thing about it is, when you're looking at yourself and you're observing and you trying to, you know, picture yourself and see yourself in a different way, you got to forgive yourself. You got to forgive yourself. And then you got to say, what can I do better? Because I know that I'm not perfect. And I know that I may do something that I think is fine, but in other people's eyes, it's not okay. Don't know where that came from, but I felt like I should share it because I think a lot of people do stuff and they don't think it affects nobody. And they just feel like, you know, it's okay to do it because they have the right to do it. But, I mean, the people in jail, did they have a right to do what they did to end up in jail? No, but they still did it. So, you know, you got to, you know, you got to give and take with certain things. And I just want to be that light. I don't know where this whole conversation came from because I was talking about working out and then now I'm talking about life. But get what you need to get. Focus on yourself. Evaluate yourself. Love yourself, whether you're single, married, in a relationship, whatever. You always need to make sure you love yourself first. Because if you don't love you, how can you love somebody else? The Bible says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. Okay, what does it say? As you love yourself. If you love yourself right, properly, and healthily, you can love the next person. You can love your neighbor. You can love that person that get on your nerves and still have no problem with it. Because why? Because you love yourself. That's all. That's it. I'll be back with another video soon. Love y'all.